Now is Daily Beast contributor Asra Nomani, also the author of Standing Alone, An American Woman's Struggle for the Soul of Islam. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you, Jose.
In last night's Oval Office address, President Obama stressed that ISIS does not speak for Islam. I want you to listen to what he said for a second.
That does not mean denying the fact that an extremist ideology has spread within some Muslim communities. There's a real problem that Muslims must confront without excuse. Muslim leaders here and around the globe have to continue working with us to decisively and unequivocally reject the hateful ideology that groups like ISIL and al-Qaeda promote, to speak out against not just acts of violence, but also those interpretations of Islam that are incompatible with the values of religious tolerance, mutual respect, and human dignity.
So how does the Muslim community, do you think, confront these issues?
Well, you know, Jose, tears are coming to my eyes as I just watched your segment from Islamabad. I was in Pakistan after the September 11th attacks, and I was among women who were radicalized and extremist in their ideas. They were anti-Jewish, they were anti-American, and they were the circle that Tashfeen Malik would have been living amongst at that time. Also, they were women who I called the ladies, the Taliban Ladies Auxiliary. And we have an ideology inside of our Muslim communities that has been developed in the 1970s from Saudi Arabia, exported to Pakistan and other countries. It is a nonviolent extremism that becomes a gateway drug to the kind of radical violence that Tashfeen exhibited in California. As Muslims, as a liberal Muslim feminist, I want to challenge these interpretations. When President Obama said that we need to stand up, we are standing up. But we can't have the White House and others leave us hanging. You know, yesterday I went and spoke at Meet the Press, and afterwards I went to a mosque here in Virginia that's called Dar al-Hijra Mosque. It is where the 9/11 hijackers prayed. Anwar al-Awlaki was an imam there. And I stood outside of that mosque to post these precepts that we have for Muslim Reformation in a new organization we've created. And do you know what happened? The security guard called the police. I was on the sidewalk in public property. And it was me and my Kia, a great reformer from Denmark, Nasser, and they called the police on us. And we are left hanging. I mean, you are the son of immigrants from Cuba, and you understand revolution. We are in a war right now with this extremist interpretation of Islam, and we can't just sit in terms of metaphors and talk about cancer and poison. This is something that we have to really call out and tackle.
So, Asra, how do you do it? And give me synthesize these points that you wanted to share with everyone, and for that you got the police called on you. Tell me, synthesize those points, and what are the most important issues we need to know?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are standing up for ideas of secular governance. This is so critical because from the Islamic State to the Muslim Brotherhood to the organizations with which Tashfeen Malik was affiliated, they want political governance, and we have to stand up for secular governance. And then secondly, we stand up for human rights, women's rights, gay rights, the right of somebody to be an atheist. These are crimes inside of Muslim communities, and we have to say no, no longer. And finally, we stand up for peace. We have to stand up against nonviolent extremism and violent extremism.
But Asra, how do you do that in places? I mean, look, you talk about secular governance in Muslim countries, and look what happened to Egypt, right? Look what happened even in Turkey today. Look what's happened in places that have attempted to have some form of secular governance within a Muslim country. I'm thinking that other than Morocco, where that's been somewhat stable and has been able to fight against the extremists, it's not been very successful.
No, it's a tragedy what we're seeing, and we are seriously in a war for the future of our global civilization right now. And what we need is people to stand up with moral courage. You know, there was a time when we didn't think it was possible that we could end apartheid in South Africa, when we didn't think that we could end slavery in the South in the United States. But I just want people to have hope, and I want them to persevere and support liberal reformers around the globe, including in America. When I left to meet the press and went on Facebook, I saw civil rights activists from inside of our Muslim community trash-talking me, one of them even saying that she just wanted to punch into the screen every time she heard me speak. We need to stand up for civil discourse, and we really need Americans and liberal Americans on our side on this.
El que calla otorga. That who is quiet gives permission to others to say things. You should never, no one should ever be quiet. Asra Nomani, thank you for being with me. I'm going to ask